Programming today is a race between software engineers trying to build bigger and better programs, and the universe is trying to produce bigger and better programmers. So far, the universe is winning. Hi, I am Srinivas Kalyan. I am doing my BE in Computer Science at Velamma Engineering College. I welcome you all to the Python online workshop. Let's see today's agenda. First, we're gonna see how to install Python in Windows. Next, we move on to fundamentals of Python installation. I'm going to show you a set of steps to be followed to install Python in Windows. Step 1. Open your browser. Step 2. Go to Google and search for Python. Step 3. Click Downloads. Step 4. Click Download Python 3.2. Step 5. Wait until the download finish. Step 6. Run the setup. Step 7. Check the path variable and click Custom Installation. Step 8. Check all the checkboxes are checked and click Next and press Install. Let's start downloading Python now. First, open your browser. I'm using Chrome. You can use whatever browser you want. Go to Google and search for Python. And you can see a download link here. Go and click the downloads, and that's the download page of Python. You can see the latest version of Python 3.8 is available. But guys, for this video series, it is okay with Python 3.8. But if you're going to do projects in Python, you go and download for Python 3.7 and Python 3.6, the oldest versions. You can find them below here, right here. Because the older versions of Python 3.7 and 3.6 that will support all the open source module, and that will be helpful for you to do your projects. Now go and click the download button and wait until the download gets finished. I'm going to skip the downloading process for time convenience. Once the download is finished, open and run the setup. And if you guys downloading Python 3.6 or Python 3.7, don't worry. All the versions of Python have the same installation process. Now click on the Add Path 3.82. See, Add Python 3.82 path and click Custom Installation. And make sure all these checkboxes are checked. And click Next and click Install. Once the installation is done, close the setup and go to command prompt and type Python. If you get like this, that means you have successfully installed Python in your Windows. Now go and search for Python ideally or just ideally. See right here. Open it. You can see a window here. This is called shell or interpreter. Here you can execute single line statements at a time and open a new file. And this window is called script mode. Here you can write a block of code and execute them at once, and the output will be shown in the shell mode. And that's all for the installation process. QPython. QPython is a mobile version of Python where you can write and run your Python programs in your mobile by using QPython. QPython is available in Play Store and also in App Store. And that's all for the installation part. We can move on to the next part. Fundamentals of Python. In this part, we're going to discuss the basic building blocks of Python programming language. Fundamentals of Python is divided into following categories: statements, indentation, comments, variables, constants, tokens. Statements. Statements are nothing but a logical instruction that interpreter can read. It can be either a single line statement or a multi-line statement. Types of statements: expression statement and assignment statement. Like I told you before, there are two types of statements. One is expression statement and other one is assignment statement. Let's see what is expression statement is. Expression statement, we can perform operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and function call, etc. Let me show you an example for expression statement. See here in example for addition expression 2 plus 4. We are actually here performing an addition operation, and the 2 plus 4 is an expression for addition operation, and same as 3 star 6, which is for multiplication expression and it performing a multiplication operation. And function call expression, here pow, which stands for power, it's a function name, and 5,2 are the argument that is passed to function, and 5 is the base and 2 is the power, which gives the result of 5 power 2. And we can also perform the same operation with 5 double star 2. You can learn about this all operators and built-in functions in the in the following videos, so don't worry. Now we move on to assignment statement. Assignment statement is used to assign a value to a variable and change the value to a variable. Let's see an example. X equal to 5. Here x is the variable and 5 is the value, and equal to is the assignment operator. Once we assign 5 to x, whenever we access x, we get the value 5. If you see here x plus 5, which stands for, which is we are not passing x here, we are passing actually 5 that is stored in x here. So it is not x plus 5, it is actually 5 plus 5, which gives 10. And see an example for assigning a result of expression statements to a variable. Here z equal to 2 plus 5. Z is a variable and 2 plus 5 is an expression. It is an addition expression. We are storing the result of an addition expression to a variable z. Whenever we access z, it gets the value 7, which is the result of 2 plus 5. And same as for a equal to power 5, 2. When we print a value a, the result of power 5, 2 which get printed. Now see the changing a value in a variable. If you see here x equal to 10, we are assigning value x equal to 10. But initially we have assigned value x equal to 5, and here we are again assigning x equal to 10, which replace 5, then 5 over 10. So now x contains 10s. The same as here x equal to a string, which is I give my name. So the value Kalyan is the value string is replaced, the value is 10. So whenever you print x, the value that string will going to get printed. Indentation. Unlike other programming languages, Python use indentation for marking a block of code, while others use curly braces for marking a block of code. Let's see an example for indentation. I have written a program that prints value each multiplied with tens in the list. X is a variable that contains a list of values. I have here declared a for loop. In here, I is the variable that points each and every values in the list at every iteration. At first iteration, it points 1 and then 2 and 3 and goes on. Up to 8, the for loop will get executed. You can see here blank spaces for all the 3 statements that specify that the statement with indentation that comes under the for loop. And you can also see here statement without indentation. The first statement without indentation tells that from that statement nothing comes under the for loop. Let's execute this code. First I have to save this audio. Let's save it as example. You can see in the shell mode the output the code is executed. Like I told you before, the I that points each and every value in the list. First it points 1 and 1 star 10 is equal to 10, and the value 10 is printed here, and the statement inside inside for loop is also get printed here, and the next iteration the I gets incremented and points to, and 2 star 10 is 20, and the 20 is and printed, and the inside for loop also, and that statement also also printed. You can see all these three statements is executing one after another, executing until it finishes the value 8. The statement z equal to I star 10 is executing in the background, and you can see once the value 8 gets printed, the for loop is ended, and the outer side statement print outside for loop it's get printed. So I hope you have gotten a clear view of indentation. I think comments are nothing but a tag line of code which increases the readability of the code. For example, consider you are doing a team project. You have done your part of coding and gave the code to the next person. For completing the remaining code, the person has to understand the code about what the statement will do or what this block of code do. So that we are using commands that will explain about the code that you have written. There are two types of commands: single line commands which start with the asterisk symbol, and multi-line command which enclosed in the 3 quotes. This is an example program for commands. In this program, I have used both single line and multi-line commands. Here in the single line commands, I have explained what's the program going to do, and in the multi-line command, I have explained about the if and else conditions. Variables. A variable is the name which points a specific memory location. By accessing the variable, we can store a value in the memory location. Example, j equal to 5. Here j is the referencing variable that points to memory location, and 5 is going to store in that memory location. Let's see, 5 in the memory location and j is the referencing to the memory location. Constants. Constant is a type of variable that holds value, whose value that cannot be changed. In reality, we use constants rarely. Example, pi equal to 3.14. That pi equal to 3.14 as initialized as constant that cannot be changed. Tokens. Tokens are the unit block of program where we use them regularly while writing coding. Tokens are divided into keywords, identifiers, literals, and operators. We will see all them in details in the future videos. And that's all for my video session. I will meet you in the upcoming sessions. This is signing off, Srinivas Kalya. Thank you.